news, everyone! This playthrough is now legal! Yay! Everybody after college, go out and celebrate. All of them. You too. Wait, no, not like that. No, no! Stop it! That's not what I meant. And speaking of things that shouldn't even be, welcome to our 21st episode of our City Skylines $1 Million playthrough. Morgoth the Barbarian and... I imagine that. But, yeah, I think it's safe to say that's a metaphor for how this playthrough is going right now. We're getting very, 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 very close to the wire now as we're approaching the final decade of this playthrough. It's not going good. We are basically racing against the clock at this point. Last time out, we tried some ventures to see whether or not we can actually help ourselves here. I got the college built. It's now level 2, so hopefully that kind of helps. More colleges equal more money. We brought in a harbor, and as you can see, I've effectively redone a lot of the train transitions over here. So, yay. And of course, we added in a zoo because we need culture, even though it's sitting right next to an oil field. Unfortunately, we're at the point now where if we want to do stuff, now is the time to do it. That's not good because this playthrough ends in 2070 at the end of 2073, so we are down toward the last 14 years. So whatever we can do to help things out, we're gonna do it. So of course, hit those like and subscribe buttons as always. And let's see how this turns out, and I'm actually gonna begin by doing something crazy. Yeah, I know. Crazy, huh? But we need to get this area... Whatever areas we need to get filled up with people, I'm gonna do it. So, congratulations. You guys now get some unexpected tax relief. But only you. Don't tell anybody else. I don't want anything to start. Actually, I just noticed our commercial demands through the roof. So I should probably turn that off. Never mind. Only to people, though. I'm hoping some tax decreases will lure some people in here. As I mentioned a couple episodes ago, we're kind of short, although this area is now... wonder... Oh, because of the thing. Now we have even less workers. How in the world does that happen? We end up with less work... What? Bruh. Alright, well, I mean, it's not doing anything to our unemployment rate, is it? One sec while I try to find out where it is. Okay, we don't need any radio coverage, because we're not planning on unleashing disasters. Although, I don't know. I've been hearing some murmurs that... Okay, 4%, that's not bad. Murmurs that if we don't meet our quota by 2073, something bad is going to happen to our city. I have a funny feeling the shareholders may not like what we're up to and may unleash some hell upon us. I mean, we're losing money, which you would think by this point it would be, you know, okay. So anyways, here's what we're going to do. I think for industrial areas, we're going to have to make do with what we've got. I could try to make this work, but I don't think it's going to. So let's just unleash every single special factory we can here. And hope for the best. That's literally the only thing we can do. And I'll start with the furniture factory. This is literally the only place I can put it. Again, these can go outside of areas, so... It's all fine. Nah, we lost. How dare you. So the trick is to put it as close to areas as we can. This is going to be tricky just simply because we need glass. Fortunately, we've got plenty of space over here. And I guess if we're being honest, the lemonade factory should probably go over... let's build it a little ways away here. I'll suffer the consequences about traffic and what have you later on, but for now this will work just fine. I don't even need that. Look at that. Do you have water? Not really. Can't make lemonade without water, but there you go. So let's just plop all of these down, shall we? Some of these will require more difficult, more creative placement than others, like the soft paper factory, for instance. Needs food supplies and needs kind of all three. Ironically enough, where the furniture factory was actually the best spot for it, so hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, you want to play that game, huh? Well, watch this. You're not gonna like me for too long, game. Yeah, that's right. Try to deny me now. Try to deny me now. I would prefer not to use this, but, you know, the game wants to play that game way. We'll do it. On second thought, that would have been fine. Fortunately, I know a good spot for it. This is not ideal, but it's literally the only location I've got. And you can see it kind of put itself right in the... oh, well, whatever. Car factory. So, if we go back over here, which not like it has like a ton of buildings already. I guess in theory, as long as we delete this here road, we're good. Oh no, how terrible. There's no rule about putting this there, although I would prefer not to. Food, a hint of wood, and plastics. Well, the likely candidate is over here in our, Alright, this is gonna look awkward, but so be it. Sneaker factory. Once again, same idea. Except it's, running into a train line. Oh, that's lovely. This actually might be a better spot for it, so hold on. Oh no, as I deleted part of the infrastructure. How terrible. And the thing, at one point this was crowded. Now all of a sudden it's like, there's hardly anything here. Oh, because of the train line. Okay. I see what you did there, game. But see what I did there. Can't outsmart me. Well, maybe most of the time at least. There we go. Alright, and we even kept it. Oh, look at that. By the way, I don't know if any of this is producing, so... I guess we can't do that. Now, this is the tricky one. Here's the problem. It needs to be put on an ocean tile. It can't just be put anywhere we want it. This one actually needs shoreline and a key on top of that. So this is where it gets iffy. There are two areas we could put it in. We could put it in over here for starters, or I could put it in with the rest of our harbor district, but it's going to have to go at the very, very end. And this is going to complicate things in regards to traffic on top of that, which is... What about over here? Well, I see we got a burnt down building. And it's ready to... Oh, but there's the train line. Ah, you... Decisions here. Oh, here we go. Done. It's gonna have to be right here. Believe me when I say this, that is actually not where I want to put it, but we have no choice in the matter. So what I'm gonna have to do now, I know the road is kind of like thinned out. First off, why am I building underground? That's not... Bro, what are you doing? Okay, we can't upgrade the road around it, which sucks. Oh, that's, very highly unfortunate, I guess. Ugh. Well... I know, that's not ideal, but so be it. We'll have to make do with what we've got. Again, this is not exactly the ideal location for this, but I literally have no choice. And on top of that, I don't really have the capacity to put these in. Uh-oh. See, we have a little bit of a... Remember how I had a policy earlier? The Industry 4.0. Well, now we're starting to see what happens when you throw that on. Uh-oh. I will be monitoring that. That's our office space, if I'm not mistaken. And half of it is abandoned. Ew. Alright, I could always rezone that, but I'm more concerned about this right here. I think we may be rebuilding this whole interchange. I hate to say it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Alright, hold on a minute. There, done. I was hoping I could get one to lazily build the interchange, but this is about the best I could do. It kind of worked out, but having an exit on the left, yeah, that's not awkward at all. Hey, if it works, okay? That's all I gotta say. All I gotta say. So, now that we're done with that, we still can't really grow right now. I mentioned this is just a mess and a half. I think just due to the fact we have next to no industrial demand, I'm going to repurpose some of this. Could use some more commercial demand, not for nothing, so... Let's repurpose a couple of these things in Sunset Hills over here. Then, as it turns out, I actually do need more commercial space, so we'll just take this out. Said we'll take this out. Nice try. Get lost. Sorry, Game Studio, you're getting out of here. And there we go. Problem solved. And now this becomes a housing tract. So... I mean, we could do... Yeah, we can't really do heavy. There we go. We got kind of now an actual commercial strip. We may reformat these a bit further as time goes on, especially around in here. I wanted to repurpose a few things over here, and then we'll quickly get rid of the demolition... Excuse me. Buildings that are over here. Surprised there aren't any more buildings to be demolished over in the IT cluster. Not so bad. There we go. If we need to repurpose more of it, I certainly will. But for now, this space is just going to be a little shorter. So, how can we get more money? That's, I guess, the next question. Let me pause it now. So we're up 59. So I suppose I would like to get more people in, so I'm actually going to reduce this to 10, but take this up to 11. and this up to 11. Technically, we can do max of 12. But, you know, I don't want to press it that far. Then we're going to start having people leave the city. That's not what we're looking for here. We're not looking for people to leave the city. We're looking for people to come in. So, now we're up 47. So, residential. Yeah, I know most of them are level 4. We probably could do some more park stuff, too, just to get the land values up. Commercial zones, we're about getting 11%. It's all from the, mix. Tourism's not really doing too much. Leisure's helping, but not to the degree. It's amazing that we don't have any industrial areas, really. They're all that office and that IT cluster are it. But realistically speaking, we got nothing. This is where all of our money's coming from, and this shouldn't surprise anybody. Why the warehouses are losing money, I don't know. And we can't do anything with the forestry. That's just a lost cause. Education, this is negative just for the cause. Trade school. You can even see your expenses, too, on this. Hardly anything comes from tolls, but maybe we can fix that. And then, well, this is just a money-losing endeavor, and you can kind of see our trains are causing more havoc than not. The airport's not really giving us any income, although part of that's the other one just not being, you know. And we're not making any money from ships. This is where all the money's getting sunk into. Alright, well, that's a problem by itself. You know what's funny? I don't think I really did anything with buses over here. Yeah, we're losing $3,000 from them. We do have bus service, but not very much. I'm actually going to chop the budget down to 75. We gotta make some cuts over here. We can't touch the train lines because, you know, reasons. I don't think we're getting too many tourists, so I'm actually going to cut this to minimum for right now. The airport's not really doing too much for us either. And then the cable car is really the only thing making money. Oh dear. All right. Is there any other budget we should be cutting here? That's my next problem. Not entirely. Okay, so we'll leave it as is and hope nothing bad comes off it. Which will probably happen, because this is me we're talking about. Dun dun dun. Okay. Speaking of which, I did mention that we should probably look at the land values really quick. This is another thing that might help us out at the very last second. Because we are down to the wire here. That is not it. Land value. Green is good. Blue is, ooh, yikes and a half. I can already see some areas for improvement. It's anywhere around the park, no surprise, is the spot that's actually doing well. This should not come as an absolute surprise. And of course, near the highway, and nobody's going to like that. So what I can do to boost this up. There's two ways I can go about this. Where is it? It should be around here somewhere. No. Space elevator. Here it is. The Eden Project. This, I think, is probably our best bet. I know, sounds crazy, eh? But hey, let's try it. So let's start off with a business park. So let's see if we can try to do this. This is kind of going to be our last gasp effort at this. then things are going to get a little bit wacky. So let's see. But that's just assuming we can even build it in the first place. I don't even know if we can. This will also help with tourism too, although that wasn't really the main purpose. Hold, please. You know, okay. You know what? I totally forgot something. And this actually might take things to the next level. We need a luxury hotel over here. I never really did put one in until just now. Until it just occurred to me. Where should we put this bad boy down? There's a bit of a tricky one. I know, that's not really the best spot. I wouldn't... Well, we've got all this fun stuff around it. Sure, why not? Ta-da! I know, that's not exactly the best spot for, you know... a luxury hotel. Oh, hell, and we'll throw in a casino, too. Why not? We all gotta have fun. Gambling brings money. It worked in SimCity. It can work here. Oh, I know exactly where to put this. What am I doing? There we go. Put it right next to the sports stadiums. Have, like, legalized sports gambling, too. Ah, you see what I did there. Let's see. What else could we do here? Trying to find a business park, but for whatever random reason, I can't find it. Either it's right in front of me and I just don't know, or I don't have it unlocked yet, and... There's a transport tower. Wait. There it is. Okay, see, it was hiding on me. It's the arch. It took me a little bit to remember where it was. Uh-oh. Yeah, because that's not where I want to put it. This is where I want to put it, right here. I know there's space occupied already. No, I don't want it to go on the highway, you silly game. I don't know why you would insist on doing that. Do I demolish stuff or just... Oh, hell. Yeah, there we go. So there you go. The first step in the Eden project is done. What else? The Cathedral of Plentitude. Okay. Give me a minute. I'm not familiar with... Wait, why don't we have a stadium near our... stadium complex? That's my next question. That might cause more issues so than not. So we're going to put the stadium right there. Ah, there we go. I know, I was trying to put it over there, but so be it. So we need one Cathedral of Plenitude. I think that's it. Yep. Cathedral of Plenitude. Where do we put it? Not next to the burned part apartment. Fantastic the city has become. Alright. Well, let's see. Where would be a good spot for this? Ideally, we want to put it near in here. Or even in here. There's some decisions to be made. Ah, here we go. We'll put it over there. Nice. Next to our little science technology museum. And a friendly neighborhood park. That can be arranged. Alright. I believe I know where... I think I know where it is, too. Somewhere in here? No. There it is. Yep, yeah, I'm sitting right on it. Funny part is, I actually have some spots where I can put this. Holly Square, you don't have a park, do you? Well, let's fix that. There you go. Have some fun with that. No, we're not done yet. Servicing Services Office. Servicing Services Office. Do we have this? That sounds like a very unique name for something. Disaster Memorial. Nothing happened in this city. No, not at all. Are you it? No, it's a sea skyscraper. Could throw down an art museum. The Statue of Colossus. Now I've seen everything. There you are! For all of our services and needs. Hooray. Except I don't know where to put it, once again. Well, I think it's only appropriate that... Really? That burned down to the ground? Oh my god. What do I pay my fire department for? You know what? There you go. We'll put it right in Broad Hills. Enjoy. And here it is. The Eden Project. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Now it's going to get crazy. I just need to figure out where a good spot for this is. It's going to be a nice little tourist attraction, too. So we kind of need it in a really, really touristy heavy area. I know the perfect spot for it. You know what? All these people living over here, it's eviction time. We got bigger dreams over here, okay? We'll knock Carroll Street out. There's some stuff at the end here, so I gotta have that. And what look we've got over here. Cross the street from our highway, and there you go. And now watch this. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Just see what just happened. The average land value just went through the roof. Now we're at max land value for everything. We can charge max taxes if we really want to. But that basically just sent us our land values into orbit, and now the whole city is going to go bonkers. Why are we burning down restrooms? I don't understand the people of this city sometimes. Alright, it's not having the desired effect that I thought it would, though. That's kind of weird. At least not yet. This might take a little bit for it to, you know, get up there. In the meantime, I would like to provide a few... Let's go back to the leisure tab for a minute. Probably should throw in a few more, like, smaller parks. Just generic ones, but I'm not going to actually do anything with them. I know, this will mean we get a park budget, but so be it. Would add some nice allure in a few spots. Especially up here. Well, this area could really use one. Yeah, just a few small parks where our park DLC stuff doesn't reach. Oh no, not the waste transfer faculty. How dare you? I'm throwing a couple over here. One there, and I want to put one on the opposite end, say right about here. And because we haven't really built anything over here, we'll put one there. Alright. Excellent. All according to plan. Not really. I did not realize this had no water. Oh boy. Alright, that's all set now. So, I see we now all of a sudden have solved our people problems. And by that I mean we can put more residents in, so I guess we can finally do this. It's about time. I was wondering when we were going to be able to do this. There we go, we'll just do this whole area. Build it next to the train line. There we go. Now we got people moving in again. Excellent. Love to see it. Right. So now what? The only other... So there's a couple other ventures I'd like to get my feet wet into here. It's kind of last-ditch attempts to try to get this city up and running. I mean, the Eden project was kind of like meh. A nature reserve is definitely could be in the cards. What else do we have about just general tourism and leisure stuff? Alright, I suppose we can do that. Oh, these need road access. That's right. Alright. Can get it close to the road, I think we should be in business. Ah, because we don't have enough shoreline there. Alright, whatever. Just hoping we can get it close enough. Oh, we might be able to get it close enough over here on this end. Ah, that works. Alright. Make a few new additions, I guess. Go a couple fishing piers over here. No, that didn't work because it needs road access. How dare you? That's the problem with these is that they need road access, so I can't really give that. Okay, so we're gonna just ignore that. I'd say another small little fishing district over here might be a good option. See if we can try to increase some of our stores over here. The tuna's still over there. It's still being fished. I love how it's over here, too. What? Like, huh? How'd that happen? Okay. We got a lot of shellfish all over the place, so... Suppose we can do this specifically for shellfish. Salmon we don't have a lot of, but we'll do anchovies over here. And then just a general one over here. Oh, we can't do that. Suppose that'll work. And we'll just build a couple more around this area. That's no big deal. Try and get some extra money out of this if we can. Because they're two-lane roads, we can't really... We'll just build generic. put our fishing stuff over here. And just organize the fishing areas, and then we're all set. And that should get us going. How does this work again? Okay, so they enter, exit. Okay, so here we go. Remember, they exit, enter right, and exit left. We also don't want to send them on rocks. I don't think that would work. I mean, it could, but I don't think so. Split the windmills. And there we go. I think. Yep, alright. Then we'll build a couple more fish-related things, and I think we're all set. Space occupied by what? Power line? Okay. That was silly. And then finally... I do want a kind of a more general fish market over here. Game won't let me have it. Hold, please. Yes, you can build, again, you can build buildings on that mode there, so it's no biggie. And there we go. We're all set now. Excellent. More for me. Wait, we got power outages? Where? Where are they? Reveal yourselves. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that's a little unexpected. I did not expect to see that happen. Okay. Sorry, didn't mean to not fix that. Alright. So how's everything else looking here? Okay, we have more space we can knock down. So I'm just going to de-zone all of this and replace it with residential. Ah, Kent is now up in level 3. Excellent. Still prestigious. Nice. So if we head back to our college, get it up to level 3. So among the new things, we now have a liberal arts library. Excellent. The art club. And a commencement office, which we'll put right, well, if the game will let us. There you go. We'll put the academic statue out front over here. Put 2. What else do we have? School and environmental studies. Oh. I'm not one for the environment, but, you know, whatever. And then a school of education. As long as they're not teaching about communism, I'm good. We should be fine. We should be fine. I don't think anything will come of it. Don't make me come down there. Suppose some smaller dormitories over here might be a good option. And a study hall to go over here. And where's the cafeteria? I wanted to put another one. That's fine. There we go. We're all set. As So I delete that, and that should be good to go. Excellent. So our college is growing. Our bank account is not. We're only at 50. A game just won't let us advance, will it? It'll take some time for the Eden Garden to come into effect, though. Therein lies the problem. It's just going to take some time for that to come into effect. Meanwhile, one other thing we can do. I don't think there's any more commercial areas we can build, or I want to build. We certainly could put it on the street over here, but that's not going to work. Still have not gotten any visitors. Okay. Could try and make some higher commercial density areas if need be. Try to rezone them. I did so over here, if you recall. I suppose we could for our downtown area, since it allows for it. So let's do this. Keep this. Oh, that's a recycling plant. That's not going to help. Okay, game, you got me there. There we go. We'll upgrade it a little bit. See if that helps a little bit, but I don't know if it will. Another waste transfer station, I see. Okay. And I think that's all we can do, realistically. Yeah, we're good. Oh, everything has been researched. Okay, fine then. We're cutting staff. We're on a budget. All right. Go work at the liberal arts school. Bruh. Alright, so the only other thing we can really dabble into is a nature preserve. I know, kind of a hard thing to think about, especially when, you know, we don't really have that much space in our city. One area we could look into is the former industrial site. I'm not going to worry about all this stuff. I'm surprised we haven't really needed more power or water. Oh, we will in a minute. Right as I was saying that, then the game was like, oh, you do. There we go. Now we'll add some more capacity to do it before it starts getting a little bit iffy. Everything else seems to be fine. This is really the only area I could think of to put it, so I suppose there's no shame in putting a nature preserve over here. Just let us get that started. Start by building a little bit of that. And we will have the main gate set up over here. Welcome to Oak Park, y'all. And then we'll just build it up to the train tracks. We do have the option to build it further out if need be, so I'm not too worried. So with that being said, we now have all the nature preserve things we can do here. So we got, of course, our side gates. Oh, some campfire sites. Okay. If anybody wants to go camping, feel free. Oh, we have tents, too? Oh, my God. This is just wild. So I could create a tent city if I want to. Nah, I'm not that crazy. Huh, I didn't think this was a camping thing. Thought this was a place for, like, birds and stuff. Interesting. Alright, we'll throw in a few tents over here. Sure, why not? There you go. So if anybody wants to go camping, they now can. What the? We had some old... Oh, I know what happened. I'm not going to say what. Nobody needs to remember about that. I deny the existence of that ever even happened in this game. There we go. Of course, we got to charge max. Otherwise, why not? Of course, we got to do that. And we're going to fine for fireworks. And recycle your garbage, dang it. In fact, I'll even help you out a little bit. There. There we go. Nice little camping spot next to the train tracks and the highway. Well, you know what? Hey, it's worth it. If you ever wanted to... Oh, my God. If you ever wanted to watch trains while camping, there you go. Oh, my God. I have officially lost it. Oh, boy. So, yeah, that's... Oh! Uh-oh. I didn't really get these. Oh, my God. That took long enough. Are you kidding me? Wow. By some stroke of luck, we finally, and I don't know how this... Oh, why it took so long. Made it to level 5. Oh, my God. That... No, so I'm dead serious. That took long enough. We can actually build a modular house factory now, as fate would have it. No, I'm dead serious. That took forever. We're going to have to put it over here. I know there's a lot of stuff that needs to be inputted. And there we go. Finally, we have all the special factories. Even though the planned timber is going to have to get imported, but so be it. Why is there a lot of crime in this area? Apparently, the cops are like the Simpsons version. Fine, we'll throw in like a random police station over here. Happy now? Same for garbage, apparently. So needy. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Alright. There's a landfill for you. Oh, we have the same problem over here. How dare you? How dare you? Here. Have an incinerator. I know, there's not much more we could do. Oh, I left that mode open. So, yeah, I guess at this point, I don't know what more we could do. I mean... Our population is starting to increase a lot, and that's a good thing. We just have too many industrial zones. I mean, at this point, I think the only thing we can really do is try to, you know, hope that more people come into our city here. We're up to 124. That's probably the best bet we've got, because we've only got a 12.5-year window to pull this off. In other words, yes, 3/4 of this playthrough has officially been done. So I will look around our city, see what else needs to be done, and move along from there. Oh, I already see one thing. You know what? We'll get rid of it. And who knows? We may have to introduce some cost-cutting measures at this juncture. So, as always, thanks everyone for watching. Much appreciated. Of course, hit those like and subscribe buttons, and here's hoping we can pull this off. I'm starting to get worried now. There we go. We fixed that problem. Yep, we're all good. All right. Until next time. Assuming the shareholders don't cut me off. I think they're going to at the rate we're going.